Hello guys, welcome to my review of No Man's Sky on the PS4. Now, this game's just come out in the UK a couple of days ago now, and I've been playing it for the last two. And yeah, I think it's an absolutely fantastic game. It's so well done, beautiful graphics, and a really interesting game. Now, excuse the quality on this video, but I've actually had to record this from my stream of when I was doing it on Twitch, because I'm actually having trouble trying to get actual clips from my console to this. So basically here, what I'm doing is I'm actually naming a planet. Now what I tend to do, because there's so many different types of planets and things, you can name everything in there. So what I tend to do is I name the planet with a kind of theme, and then the creatures around it, I'll kind of name them to kind of, you know, how I view them and what they are. But then all the save points and all the kind of locations you can drop off at, I tend to save them to match the theme. So for example, I'll have a world that's based on authors or something, so then every time I stop at a pit stop, I'll name each stop after an author. Same with movies, or, you know, certain directors, or video games. I did a Super Mario Brothers planet, and I named all of the pit stops basically after different Super Mario characters. So just kind of inventive way to kind of name things when you've got so much to do. And obviously with each planet as well, majority of the planets have got life on them, so they all come in different shapes and forms and kind of different sizes. So it's really interesting to kind of see the different kind of work that's been put in. Now most of them will look samey, but you will notice different, like, slight differences with them. Some of them might have wings, some might have longer legs at the back or front. It's different. So basically here I'm actually teleporting, well, I say teleporting is probably hyperspeeding to a planet. Now with this interface, as you can see, you can obviously collect different items. Oh, sorry about the quality. And you can upgrade and basically use the items that you collect in world to kind of fuel everything. So your ship, you may have to get certain fuel types, and same with weapons. There may be certain things you need to use for your weapons, so you need to get certain items to kind of upgrade that, and obviously fill up your ammo. Now on these planets and stuff, there's different things like ruins, where they're kind of like alien artifacts, and you know, some planets where they're not discovered, they're quite, you know, rural, and there's nothing really much there. Sometimes you find some shelter, and sometimes you find some kind of outposts. These kind of areas are like little pit stops that sometimes have aliens inside of them, where you can chat to them, trade items, and help them out if they've got any situations. Now the game rewards you a lot for doing different things. There's like in-game achievements, so for walking or flying certain distances, for how many aliens you've met. Now the other thing as well you can do in this game is you can actually learn the alien languages. So when they start speaking to you, it looks all gibberish, but there's, so far I've seen two kind of breeds of aliens, Gek and a kind of robot type, and by flying around the planets you can learn the languages by collecting certain words. So finding these alien artifacts and ruins basically help with your knowledge of the language. Doing missions for them, or, you know, finding anything that kind of relates to their kind of society, really helps with you learning the language and the lingo. Now with the ships as well, sometimes you can find crashed ships. You can ask to trade with ships with other aliens, and yeah, by doing that sometimes it may cost you, but if you find a really good ship that's crashed somewhere, you can always take it, but you need to obviously do repairs to the ship before you can take it off. So I was actually stuck on a planet for ages trying to find zinc to kind of get this engine running for a really good ship. As soon as I finally found it, got the ship running, and then I found another crashed ship that was better. So yeah, that was a bit of a pain in the backside. But yeah, as you can see here, this is basically an alien artifact. I'm touching all the different runes to kind of learn different words in the language, so when I do speak to the aliens, it just comes under a lot better and easier to understand, really. Now with this set as well, you can scan different things on the planet, so different trees or plants and aliens. There's lots and lots of different things that you can scan, and basically these add to your collective of what you've scanned and how many things you've seen. And by doing this, you basically earn credits that then you can spend on different materials for your ship or upgrading your equipment. Equipment wise, you have a gun that kind of dematerializes items, then you can get the kind of right materials from them, but then also you can switch it over, so it's actually got a kind of a more what's the word, kind of like a more offensive kind of strategy to it. So basically shooting in a sense, basically, and that can be used against. So far, I've only really seen things that have attacked me. These been these sentry robots that kind of watch what you're doing on the planet. If you start to make too much havoc or kill random animals, they'll come and hunt you down. So I've only really had to use that against those. Now, you do get space battles as well, which is pretty cool. You get to fly around and basically shoot other ships that try to take over your cargo. I have died many a time trying to stop this, but be aware that it does happen, and when you do, you lose all your cargo and your ship. So yeah, try not to let that happen if possible. With the planets as well, there's so far I've seen about 3 or 4 in each galaxy, and according to obviously the statistics of the game, there's lots and lots of different galaxies and planets to be on. Now here, obviously, I'm just trying to learn a new kind of word for the language for this alien ship. Sorry, there just cut out. I just realised that I've been recording the whole time with my headset plugged in, but sitting across from the table. To be fair, I think the sound came out pretty well actually. So yeah, not too bad. But anyway, I digress. So with this game, I wouldn't go into it thinking that it's going to be an action RPG, shooting things and fighting new monsters and stuff like that. It's not. It's a very, very chilled, laid back type of game. And it's really gripping. Like, I don't know, like when you kind of look at it from outside, you kind of think all you're doing is going to planets and collecting materials, building crap, and then flying to another planet, collecting materials, building crap, and it doesn't really seem to be much of a story at the moment. So, but it does grip you. It's a very chilled out game, and you can kind of just get on with it, and yeah, like sometimes if I got a video game that I like playing that's easy to play, I'll just put my headset in, start playing some music, and kind of go with the flow. But with this game so far, the soundtrack and everything just really kind of fitted well with it, that I've not really wanted to put my own music on. But here what I'm doing at the moment is having a look at different materials in my ship. These materials I've stored in there. Again, obviously I was running out of kind of engine fuel there, so I've had to upgrade it. Now, with the backpack, you start off with a small backpack, but you do sometimes find upgrades throughout the planet. These cost you, so every time you find one, it adds an extra square to your backpack, and yeah, an extra item then, and you can carry more. The ships, you can't add to it, but the best thing to do is when you find new ships, compare the kind of space that you've got on each ship. Like for example, one might have 18 and you might find a new one that's got 20, so then obviously you want to kind of go for the 21 because then you can hold more materials. So it's a bit of a tedious kind of system, but it's very clever because it saves you upgrading really quickly, and yeah, it just makes you have to explore more to get right materials. Now, yeah, so here there's about 3 or 4 planets in this galaxy. I'm not 100% sure I've seen them all yet, but again, still flying around and checking this all out. At this point, this is actually a fight's about to kick off. Basically, some villains are coming in to try and steal some of my cargo. So the ship kind of warns you that you've got enemies incoming. So here, as you can see, they're shooting the hell out of me, and I think, if I'm right, this is where I die. Just because I wasn't really prepared for it and I didn't really charge up most of my stuff. But yeah, as you can see, flying around and shooting these guys is pretty fun. They do give you a proper pounding, so it's always good to go well equipped if you're definitely looking into it. Now, in space, so far I've found things like space stations where you can drop off, sell items and trade things. And some kind of cargo containers which you can shoot down and get materials from them, but I haven't really had the need to do that yet because I've been spending so much time on each planet that I've kind of collected the right materials I need to do. So with this game, I'd definitely say it's one to take your time with, not rush it. Apparently, obviously, some guy completed it within 30 hours when it first came out, but it depends how you play it, really. Like, again, I don't even know if I'm anywhere close to the end. There's not really been a story I'm following, to be fair. Yeah, here we go, I died. So that's not good. Excuse me. I think it's like, yeah, Generation 1, so that's like the first time dying as Bob. As soon as you die, you get dropped off at a spaceport, and then you can go from there, really. But you will notice that I've got no more cargo. So yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. But anyway, so yeah, so I definitely recommend this game if you want something that's chilled and that you can play and kind of just enjoy yourself, but not have to worry about stress about killing aliens or whatever. If you just want something that's kind of very you can explore in and visually appreciate, and this is definitely the way to go with this game. I'm so enjoying it. Now, so that about wraps up this review. So yeah, please comment, like, subscribe, share, all that jazz, and yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. Bye.
We were hunters.